if your child loves the game of baseball or softball, that you know they love it, and you want them to continue to love it going forward, I would tell you that you need to do the best job as you can to create that environment that they still love playing it. I would tell you that somewhere around usually 11 to 13 years old, as parents, we go from like, yeah, it's fun playing, to like, oh, scholarships, so we got to start working harder. We got to, the shift changes in us way more than it does in our kids. They're loving the game, they love playing it, and they're starting to, maybe they might start to be thinking about success, and they might be thinking about stuff, but it's really us that's like, oh man, maybe they could do this, maybe they could get the scholarship, maybe if we worked a little harder, maybe if I did more of this, and now then we put it on them. We put our expectations on them. There's a shift that happens around then, and then right around 15 years old, it's like, hey, Dad, Mom, I don't want to play baseball anymore. I don't really like it. It's not that fun anymore. And in your mind, you're like, man, I remember when you were 8, 9 years old, we'd be in the backyard playing football games, how much fun it was. What has happened between then and there? And I would tell you that most of the time it's on us, that something has changed in how we've put the expectations on them in that. And so I think that when it comes to our kids, yeah, there's times that we have to push them a little bit to get through whatever the thing is. But I would say that right around that sweet spot, if you have a kid in that range and you feel like maybe they've lost some of that, I would try to find fun ways to get back to where it is. And sometimes, again, that could be backyard with football games. It can be really fun, take away all of the expectations and the drills and the hard work and make it fun. And like I said, we talked about the exit speed testing at practice. Practices should be high energy, high fun. That's what a practice should be. And at every station, if it's competitive or a game or something like that, to me, that is how you keep players in the game. So that when they get to high school and they move on, they're still enjoying the game. And so I would just look at yourself going forward, hey, how do I get my kid to love this game more, put more love and fun into the game? And I think that they will end up playing in this game a lot more. And sometimes you have kids that are awesome. I mean, I'll tell you, for myself, 9, 10 years old, I threw a tennis ball against the garage door for hours. And I loved it. I had a great time. I mean, I could tell you that I could work on my own. I played basketball in my driveway for hours until it got dark out, pretending I was Jordan or pretending I was this guy, and having imaginary games in playing basketball in the driveway just by myself. And I'll tell you that 2018 is a lot different. That doesn't happen that often, but we can still encourage fun ways to get out there and fun ways to do all the things that they want to do without making it all about, all right, you got to do 100 line drives before you can go eat your meal. Like, to me, it sounds good from a hitting standpoint, but it doesn't sound like a very fun thing to do. But if I said, hey, let's go play home run derby in the backyard and with the wiffle ball bat, and let's do home run derby or whatever the fun thing is, I think my kid would be much more likely to go out there and do it than so.